What's up? It's your girl Nikki, and I just wanted to reach out and tell you some things that I have had a revelation of just sitting here. I mean, like, think about it. So, you have autism for the infants that haven't even made it here. And I've been noticing that a lot of autism is linked to our black genes, right? So I'm really seeing little black boys, not really so much black girls, but definitely black boys, okay? And then you have crack babies, or maybe your mom or your dad used to drink. Perhaps they used to smoke or smoke a little weed, right? So then you have drug babies. So then you have your 80s babies, right? And your 80s babies, well, they were diagnosed with ADHD, hyperattention deficit hyper disorder. And, those are the adults that really can't think right. They had a learning disability. They didn't sit in school, they didn't sit down. They were the problem child. They were put on all kind of Adderall, or maybe they just went untreated, but then it's kind of like, you know what, he's a cute little boy, or she's a cute little girl, she just need a whooping. You deal with that, and you're like, okay, so they grow up, and then they meet, and then they have, kids, and then they father. So then you have their fathers. And what happens is a lot of the black fathers of the 80s, they went to jail, and now they are depending on their next meal to come from the man, you know what I mean? And then they are programmed to be out for self, because it's every man for himself in jail. So let's say if they were all to be released tomorrow to be with their families, they don't even know how to be leaders, you guys, because everything is about them. They're not going to pass up any missed opportunities, and they just want to get it for themselves, so they'll use anybody. They're dangerous, they're not really the family type to be a leader, okay? And then you have black women who have tried to be strong, right? So they've taken on a job or two. Maybe they do a little something strange for a little change on the side, trying to bridge the gap. So their child, who is probably messed up from genetically altered food, crack, drugs, autism, learning disabilities, right? She's out here really trying to get it and overcompensate so that her child can have the newest this, that, and the third, and not want for anything, right? So now we're enabling the generation to not even really focus on learning or focus on getting them the help that they need so they can be a productive citizen. But now they're becoming dependent. So now the child is dependent on someone to do for them. And they're going to grow up, and they're going to find someone as an adult that they can use and manipulate. Usually it's someone older, like a grandma, or, you know what I'm saying, an older figure, or someone with low self-esteem, to get over on them and get it by any means necessary as well. And then that mother tends to grow older. She's squandered all of her earnings on stupid stuff, and she doesn't have retirement, doesn't have death insurance a lot of times. And it's just really, really sad, because they end up passing away from high levels of stress and just overdoing it, because we weren't meant to do it alone. So like I was saying, the child is going to grow up to find a host. You know what I'm saying? To give them all the nurturing that they need, give them everything that they need and want. The mom is going to eventually die off. The grandma, she's going to eventually get Alzheimer's or dementia. You got these angry children because they realize and grown up to know that they're last in line when it comes to education and where they fall in the social construct. They see that they are last, right? So they're angry and they take all of their anger out on each other, whether violence, they beat up their grandmothers, they don't have any respect for anybody. So basically there's 3 steps, right? You got the newest generation right now is autism. The second is ADHD. The third one is turning into dementia or Alzheimer's, right? I think I said that right. Yeah. And then, the 4th generation is pretty much dead. They don't have, and those that are still holding on, they barely have anybody to take care of them. The state is taking care of them. They're going through different programs to get people to take care of them, and they're usually foreign and don't give a damn about them. There's a lot of foreigners marrying their people that they take care of so they can get papers. They're draining bank accounts, and they are taking care of themselves and their family wherever they're from. And yeah, basically that's just what's going on, right? You got these IHHS workers that are getting, a little bit of money per hour. But after they get the money per hour, they are working on a different plan to basically rob the system. And then these people, we are left in a predicament where we don't know if we're going to be bathed correctly, changed correctly, fed correctly. We're at the mercy of a stranger. So what are you saying, Nicole? What I'm saying is it starts at home from the beginning. We've taken our focus off of what matters. I have friends that are teachers. These kids can't even read. They can't even spell their names. And these are the ones that are not even diagnosed with any behavioral issues. You have just a lot of, who's going to take care of these grown man babies that we've produced? Everybody is living off the system. The men in jail are living off the system. The single mothers are living off the system. These kids are getting a check and living off the system. And then you have old people living off the system. So this whole race is sucking on the system's titty. And what's going to happen when the milk runs dry, you guys? Will we really be able to take care of ourselves if the milk runs dry, you guys? It was a test run. All of that money that we got during the pandemic, everybody went and bought champagne, Casadores, weed, hair weeds, Louis, Gucci, Prada, had parties at Airbnbs. They squandered the money away. Okay, you can pretty much tell who and where the money was going and who had the money. And now, for what? For what? Y'all don't even have death insurance. Y'all don't even have. You guys don't even have dental insurance. You have a few parents that went and got their kids braces. But and then let's not even go there about all the people that went and had their bodies done. But you don't want to put the plate down. You know what I mean? So yeah, you looked good 2020, 2021, but here go 2022. Boo, your back is big. Like, you blowing up on the arms. Everywhere you didn't get work done, like, you looking real crazy out here in these streets. You know? So, you might as well sit your plus size shaped ass down right next to me, because you're just as big as me now. Okay? But the bottom line is, take care of yourself. Start now, you guys. Now.